In this video, we're going to talk about the #1 thing that you can do to prevent from getting sick.
Good job scrubbing. Get it back to the
What's going on, everybody? My name's Egan and I love to share health and wellness tips for the everyday person. So today we're going to be talking about washing our hands. So washing our hands is probably the #1 thing that we can do to prevent from getting sick. So there's millions of things that we're touching, lots of bacteria that we're touching. By washing our hands, we're preventing passing on lots of bad bacteria. So we're touching things like our countertops where we prepare food, go to the bathroom. There's actually a study that shows that a toilet seat is less dirty than your own cell phone. Your cell phone is actually one of the dirtiest things you can touch next to money. We're touching things like the gas pump at the gas station. We're touching food on the shelf. We're touching shopping carts. We're touching door handles, light switches. There's so many things out there that we're encountering that can be potentially dirty. And we're constantly using our hands. So one of the best ways we can do that is by washing our hands early and often. One other thing that we do with our hands is when we sneeze, what do? We cover our face. But one of the best things that we can do to prevent that is actually by sneezing either into your elbow or pulling off your shirt and sneezing into your shirt. So that's probably the best ways that you can avoid by getting your hands dirty is by covering your sneeze. The biggest reason why we want to wash our hands is to prevent the spread of germs, that being bad germs. We've already learned that there's good germs and bad germs. We want to stop the bad germs, so that's why we wash our hands. So let's talk about when we should be washing our hands. Do we need to wash our hands 500 times a day? No, that's probably not going to be effective or very time efficient because we have lots of other things to do during the day. So when we should wash our hands is anytime we're preparing food, before we eat, after we go to the bathroom, if we're going to be coming in contact with our animals, be wanting to wash our hands afterwards. Probably the second most important thing that goes hand in hand with washing our hands is not touching your face. There's doctors out there that say if you just washed your hands and you never touched your face, that you'd almost never get sick. But however, this is inherently human to us to constantly do that dozens of times a day. I've even caught myself doing this, not being aware of it as well. And it's a habit that we all have, and it's something that's kind of hard to break, but it's especially important right now to stop the spread of things. So there's 5 steps to wash our hands. First, we gotta wet our hands. So you're gonna put them under warm or cold running water. Step 2, you're going to lather the front and the back of your hands, between and under your fingernails. Scrub for at least 20 seconds. A good rule of thumb is you can sing the happy birthday song.
Okay, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, and many more.
After you're done, you rinse with cold or warm water. You're going to use a dry towel, or you can even air dry your hands. So now we've learned about how to wash our hands properly and to avoid getting sick and others sick is by washing those hands, and then also not touching our face, around our mouth and our nose and our eyes. But what if we're away from the sink and we're away from our soap and water? How do we go about cleaning our hands? So hand sanitizer is a good thing to be able to carry with us. It's fairly effective. However, if there is an inordinate amount of grease, heavy metals, or pesticides, or those kinds of other heavier things, they're not going to be nearly as effective. So good sanitizer needs to be at least 60% alcohol, and you're going to use it the exact same way as if you were using soap and water. So you want to get a liberal amount on your hands, and then rub, scrub, fingernails, backs of the hands for at least 20 seconds as well. Sanitizer is a really good thing for on the go, and if you're away from your sink and your soap and your water. Another key thing is actually lotion. So lotion helps protect your skin. So especially when you're using lots of hand sanitizer, you're washing your hands very often and several times throughout the day, your hands can actually get dry and cracked, and then that can actually open up and reveal more routes of bacteria that can get into your bloodstream. we want to protect our hands. So any good hand lotion that protects your skin and kind of gives that moisture for 24 hours is a good one. So lotion, what it does is it absorbs into our skin and then it protects us. So it gives us kind of that extra layer over our hands to be able to protect us against those kinds of things. It's an added layer. So once our hands are all clean, we don't touch our face, we have a lotion on our hands, we're well protected for anything else that we may encounter. I hope these tips were helpful for you. My passion is sharing health and wellness tips. If there's anything else you would like to hear, I would say pop it in the comments below. I love to hear back from people, and I love to make more of these videos and share my story as well as my tips. And also I love learning from you, the YouTube community. So drop a comment, subscribe, hit those notifications, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.